Greetings. How are you? I trust that you are all doing so well. You're doing good, I hope. Well, anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel where we call it What Marriage Means to Me with your host, SC Zulu. I'm so excited for what you guys have been doing in terms of subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm seeing that the numbers are growing and we are going to grow and reach and reach and reach and reach and reach. Anyway, thank you. I just want to appreciate you before we start on a video for today. I just want to appreciate you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. And also to say, continue to do so. It's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's what is needed. Okay, on today's topic, just want to speak about mother-in-laws, specifically mother in grace. Today I decided to speak on this topic because my mother-in-law passed away, and I just want to share my experience with her, what I've learned through her, and what I'm carrying on when my time comes for me to be a mother-in-law for somebody's daughter or son. I can imagine that my son is super excited for the time to come, because I believe he will want to see how I will treat his future wife. And let me tell you, do I have something planned for the girl? anyway, let's start. Okay, mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was older. She was older than my grand, so I regarded her as my gogo more than my mother-in-law. She had my husband in her late 40s, and my husband is the 14th child. I don't know if I told you about that. He's the 14th child, the last one. So when we married, on the day that we married, on our wedding day, she was one of the speakers. And when she stood up, this is what she said. I'm just going to paraphrase the most important thing, because that was the start of our relationship. She said, Spindile. Oh, first she started saying, she mentioned my husband's name, Ted. Mangifuna into nje. Sizokhuluma noSiphindile. Angithi we love hearing that, right? Mangifuna into nje. Sizokhuluma noSiphindile manje. And uSiphindile akayena umakoti, uSiphindile indodakazi. Yabo, mangifuna nje noma yini, angisakhulumi noNthethi, sengikhuluma noSiphindile. And my family was there to witness. I believe my family was happy. And I was happy to hear, I'm going to a good family. We hear so many stories about mother-in-laws. And sometimes you enter into a marriage with the fear, and with negative thoughts of how your mother-in-law is going to treat you. So Nami, I was very excited. I must be honest, I was very happy and excited to hear her say, uzongiphatha kahle njengendodakazi. And two, whenever she wanted something, so anyway, I was happy about that. Well, okay, years, as you know, 21 years, things happened within the 21 years. Not bad things, but again, irreality, let me say this, irreality sets in. Which reality? The reality is that what she spoke of on the day of the wedding is not what transpired in reality when it came to the marriage. At first, I need to be honest, at first I was hurt. At first I had that thing with, why do people lie? Or she was saying these things because, she wanted to please my family or what, and. But I realized, good to know, my expectations are the ones that hurt me. My expectations, now, they were based on what she said, and they were unrealistic. Unrealistic in which manner? Because when my mom wants something, or when my grandmother wants something, they will call me, right? Spindile, kufes lokho, Spindile, sicela lokho, Spindile, awuze ngala, Spindile. They will always speak to me. They will call me. You hardly find my family calling my husband for anything or requesting something, unless it's an issue that they really don't want me to hear, maybe death or something, right? So how can then I expect my mother-in-law to change the relationship that the way that she's been doing things now, because I've come on board? Why would I expect my mother-in-law now to speak to me and request things from me when she used to request things from her son? You understand what I'm saying? So I then learned in the journey that, you know what, I need, when it's come to this issue of who asks who when and who asks who, I just need to relax. Bafethu kuyosiza ukuthi singafaki stress towards these things or pressure towards these things. I think mina what I've learned is that we need to allow our mothers-in-law to do as they want to, because they were there in the beginning. They brought these guys, right? They know the relationship. The relationship is stronger, or he has grown over time. So we can't expect, because I have now arrived, things to change, because it's those things as a slimmers are in our journeys with our mothers-in-law, because the expectations are not met. You get what I'm saying? Expectations are not met, and when expectations are not met. So I then learned to go to, no, I need to allow my mother-in-law to speak to her son, to ask his son, to do whatever with the son without me wanting to interfere in the conversations and what they and the agreements. So what we used to do is, my husband would tell me, Uma called, Uma said this and what, and it's like, oh, okay. And the same thing, Nama will say to him, Uma called and she said this, and he will say, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. And that worked, or let me say, that continues to work for us, because there are no expectation from his side, and there are no expectation from my side when it's come to our families. There are things that I've learned in my journey. I just want to share some of the things that causes challenges within the mothers-in-laws and the daughters-in-law. Make an example. I've got two sons, right? 19 and 12. When they speak of me, one, I know that they love me with all of their hearts. I'm the queen at the moment. I'm the queen of their hearts. At the moment, I know they are coming, and probably they are listening on my future. What's this? Mothers in grace are listening. I know, but anyway, okay. They tell me that they love me. They will buy me the world if it was possible. I'm joking. I know my elders would never say such. Anyway, yeah. But they say nice things like, Ma, when you get older, we are going to keep you. You're going to stay with us. They say such things, Mama, we're going to buy you a car, we're going to renovate your house, we're going to take you on holidays, and you'll go with us. You know, this nice thing that the sons say to their mothers. And I've learned or discovered that some of the things that our children say to us, they say them at the age where it's good. It's a good age for them to say. They're thinking of the future, but they don't know. Nobody knows what will transpire in the future, right? Nobody knows. But whatever that they say it because at the time that they're at the age that they're at, it's good and it works for them. Now the challenge becomes when I, as a parent, hold on to what my son at the age of 12 said, hold on to what my son at the age of 19 said before this girl comes, before a woman comes. When my son promises me all these things, he promises me because deep down in his heart, it's what he wants to do for me. But when a girl comes in his life, that girl becomes his world. That girl becomes his all. That girl becomes the love of his life. That girl becomes the queen of his heart. And it is very hard, or let me say, it is very painful to see the love that was channeled to you going to another woman, even if it's a makoti. It's very challenging. So one of the things that causes challenges within the mothers-in-laws and the daughters-in-laws is just that the promises that are not kept by the sons, the promises that they made when they were young, and the belief or the holding on by the parents on those promises, forgetting that the child was young. That's one. Another thing that I witness as an issue, as a challenge when it comes to the issues of mothers-in-laws and daughters-in-law is the mere fact that when our husbands tell their parents, they tell them maybe when it's a couple of months, then they go into lobola, they don't give their parents enough time to digest the issue and like see the girl, like the girl, have a relationship with the girl. The next thing, it depends. Cases are not the same. Some cases where it's like, Ma, I've seen a girl and I'm going to marry a girl, and the mother has not digested that enough because the mother probably has plans or things that she's thinking about when it's come to her son that the son would do prior him getting married. That is what I've seen as well. Is the fact that our husbands tell their parents late, And the expectation is that because the parents have been told, ugogo ogogo nosisi funeke nawo manje bajabulele lo muntu lo omusha abangamazi abangazi lutho ngaye, because I can assure you every parent has a type for ingane yakhe. You can't disagree, but every parent has a type for ingane yakhe. It might not be physical type, but it's a personality type. A girl who's like this, because even nami age yami, I do have a type for my sons, I do have a type for my daughters. It's part of being a parent. But it's part of being a parent. Let me tell you, anyway, so every parent has a type for ingane. And sometimes when your child brings a type that is not your type, when as a parent, you're like, oh, why did my son bring umnyamano? Why did umntana melethe omhlophe memhlophe? Why umntana melethe isidudla isidudla? Why umntana melethe umzaciyana makumzaciyana? All these things, and then it challenge starts there, because your son has brought somebody who is not your type. Right? And when you look at this girl, you wear her based on how she looks and then what she holds, education-wise, work-wise, and whatever. Those are the things that happen, that causes. It's just my examples. It's not everything that is true. It's not everything, but it's some of the things that I've learned that have contributed. Luckily for me, though I was not my mother-in-law type, maybe if I were to say that, but the good thing is, where she had a dream of me, she saw me in the dream, and when she saw me in real life, I was what she saw. So let me say, I was my mother-in-law's type. I'm one of the lucky ones. Yes, girl. So I'm just thinking about it. I love the relationship that we had with her. The relationship that I had with her. The relationship of mutual respect. She loved me, she respected me, she accepted me the way that I was. Probably because I was young, 18 years, and she thought, and groom her. But we had a very good relationship. She could speak to her son anytime. She could request things from her son without me interfering, without me saying, why? Yabona these things that you hear on couples saying, athi nene uma wakhe njena uhlale efuna imali, so what uma wakhe umefuna imali mfethu, so what uma wakhe umefuna imali, uma wakhe akayithola imali ngoba nawe uyayidla imali. You know ukuthi kunama statements where umuntu athi athi umamezala intombazane lena bani lo makoti udla imali emntanami, basho njalo kufanele vele sidle imali zamadoda ethu ngoba now you had your own opportunity ukuthi udle imali endoda yakho. So nami it's my opportunity ukuthi ngidle imali endoda yami. So what's wrong with that? Even the siblings, you'll find ukuthi ayubhuti udonswa ngekhala, yaku right ngempela ukuthi adonswa yimina ekhala, ufuna adonswa ubani ekhala, ngakazi phela udonswa wena, ngazodonswa ubani, uzodonswa yimina ngoba vele nami, in fact nje it's a mutual donsoring. I donsa, he donsas, and that's it. And that is why we're happily married, because khona umadonsana la ngamakhanda. But you find issues with omamezala. Mina bazalwane, mina babezala bayangithanda futhi ke, she had no other reason not to, like, look, face, like, yabo, look, like, don't be phelele, ngiyintombi ephelele bafethu, why ngeke ngazongithanda futhi. Most things with my mamezala were her first flight, first this. So we had an awesome relationship. And what I've learned with her, which I'm going to take forward with my relationship with my own daughters-in-law or sons-in-laws, is the fact that she allowed us to be a couple. She allowed us to grow as a couple. She allowed us to grow without her interfering and saying, umakoti should not do this, umakoti funeka agqoke kanjena, umakoti funeka akhulume kanjena. She never did that. She accepted me as indodakazi yakhe. As she said in the beginning, she accepted me as her daughter. She allowed me to make mistakes. She allowed me to learn and to grow. She allowed me to be her child. Wangvumela. And nami, I allowed her in my heart, and I allowed her to mother me, because that's what I needed. I just needed her to accept me and love me the way that she loves her son. You understand what I'm saying? So we had a very good relationship, and that's my take. That when my time comes to have my daughters-in-laws and sons-in-laws, I will treat them as I treat my sons. I will love them unconditionally, and I will accept them and be joke and be funny with them and whatever that I do with my son, because that is what she has taught me. Number two, she was one of the women you know this thing with some parents have expectations, or since it's month end you ought to do this thing and provide. Yes, we do provide. Yes, we do give emakaya and support where it's needed, but she never had that thought yokuthi no, every month you must give me money. No, she understood ukuthi kunama responsibilities, and that is my take for her. I so wish ukuthi when we do have discussions with our mothers-in-law, a conversation between the two, kuye kukhulunywa ukuthi do we really have to fight over imali ezenzakalayo? Yes, we understand ukuthi ama backgrounds ethu awafani, ekhaya mhlawumbe ngaba ngcono kambaba kube kungabi right. So when it comes to distribution of money, if you don't agree with the distribution of money must be equal, the family that needs the most, obviously one would think the family that needs the most is the one that would get more, 70 out of the 30. You know what I'm saying? But you'll find ukuthi ama couples, they fight even on those things. Babanga nje ukuthi no, ekhaya ngeze ngihambisa imali encane, kini bethola imali enkulu. We balance things out. If we don't balance things out, let's just weigh how the family is and support, because it's a good thing to support if as a couple you decide to. But mina, I had a good relationship with my mom Mizala, and I hope ukuthi I will also have a good relationship with my own daughters-in-law when the time is right. And I will not be judgmental, and I will not hold my son's promises against my daughters-in-law. I will not do that. But I will accept them and love them, appreciate them, and honor them for making a decision to be part of my family. You understand? So that is what I wanted to share with you. I don't want to be long, but that's what I wanted to share with you. Uguti, ladies, specifically us, asihliseni umoya bafethu ngiyanicela, when it's come to umambizala, asihliseni umoya bafethu, let's not have expectations, because we want to slimaza those expectations, and let us not put too much pressure on ourselves wanting to change the system that has been working for the past 30 years that your husband has been at home. If ugogo right ngocela ingane yakhe, it's okay. Tetela ugogo acela ingane yakhe. If now go right ukuthi umakho acele wena, it's okay. Adedela umakho ukuthi acele, ngoba sometimes we as women, seriously ngempela bafethu, sometimes sike expect izinto that we can't even do thina ourselves. So that's what I wanted to share with you on the issue of indaba umamezala. Mina ngaphatheka kahle, nawe uzophatheka kahle. Phela nje mfethu, don't put too much pressure on yourself. In my closing statement, umamezala has no issue with you, right? Like, why would she have an issue with you? She has no issue with you. She does not know you. She's starting to know you. So ungangeni emshadweni with that thing yokuthi hayi vele umamezala kuthiwa baye bafuna umakoti. There's no such thing. Umamezala babathanda umakoti. Umamezala futhi wakho uyakuthanda, because she still does not understand you, because she has not spent time with you. Ufika few days or few hours bese uyahamba. She does not know you. Just give yourself time with her. She will know you and uzoba right. Bese ke ngabe khona so much confusion. That's all I wanted to say. I had a great experience with my mamezala, and I want you to have a great experience also with your mamezala. If you have issues with your mamezala wako, my advice is ehlisa umoya mfethu, which is important. Be at peace, which is important, but try to understand try to understand where she's coming from. You might just find out if you talk to her ukuthi umamezala wakho mhlawumbe naye had her own issues with umamezala wakhe, or she has other issues ezenza ukuthi ziphumele ngakuwena, which yes, is true, it's unfair, but unfortunately kwenzeka kanjalo. On that note, let me just remind you to do what? The 4 famous things: subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends. Till next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for learning 1 or 2 points. Till next time, I'll see you. Bye.